Right, sweet. All right, guys. So yes, it's been a very eventful. I say a couple of weeks already in the entertainment business. I think R. Kelly's been the main subject of talk. There's been a documentary that's been released, a six-part documentary highlighting his apparent crimes against young ladies throughout the last 20 years or so. Have you guys seen this documentary?
I want to just first put a disclaimer out there, just so I don't get ridiculed.
Yeah.
I am not with it in the sense of I'm not saying he did it. That's where I am.
So with all the
Yeah,
apparent
I agree with
evidence,
you. I
so with
agree.
all the apparent evidence, you still don't believe that.
There is no evidence.
What about the apparent tapes?
Like, there's
Let me clean that up real quick. Yeah, there's no concrete evidence.
That's what
I'll
I'm
say
saying.
that.
There's no concrete evidence. Like, the tape is there, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But he went to court for that, and he bust case.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people. Yeah.
we can't use that no
You
more.
can't. A lot of people say that,
So-
because he's got a lot of money, so he can sort of, pay off their parents and stuff.
Whatever. He bust case can't be used no more. The Aaliyah thing with the marriage certificate and all of that stuff, cool. So there's one strike.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
To me, everything else is hearsay. He said, she said. Like Quabs just said, it's not concrete.
Mm.
I can't.
But you're not condoning what he's done, though.
No,
what he's apparently done.
Well,
If
if he's done it,
yeah,
don't condone it. But I don't think that he. I go back to this, right? It looks like history has proven to show that most successful black men at some point in their lives, this happens to them.
yeah, for real.
Michael Jackson slept with many kids, apparently. Bill Cosby banged a lot of girls.
He's in prison now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in prison. OJ killed a white bitch, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it's like,
What about Michael Jordan?
I don't know what happened to Michael Jordan. What happened to Jordan?
I know, because
Well-
you said that a lot of black people, celebrities face.
Okay, with
this
him,
in
I
careers.
know with him, he don't care about the black community. Like,
He left us time ago.
people getting killed for Jordans and stuff like that, which does happen in America quite a lot actually. But
We're getting killed for trainers.
yeah, get killed for trainers. That happens a lot in America.
Mm.
But he's only recently decided to speak up about it. He hasn't really, vocalized his opinions and thoughts on it.
Mm.
So that, in a sense, I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's your name that's on the shoe, and there's being bloodshed over it. So I do get why people are angry about that, because he hasn't really said anything, to be honest, until I think people have recently put pressure on him to actually speak up about what had been going on about the shoes that people go so crazy over.
Do you think that the shoes, or do you think that it's the customers? It's their actions, though. I think when you go to a shop to buy trainers, and you get to a situation where you're almost getting killed over it. Isn't that your actions, though?
Alright, let's say this. Say you came out with a brand, right?
Yeah.
And people are killing because they want your brand so much. Like,
Yeah.
people are killing other people. Will you not feel a little bit connected to that?
I feel connected. I mean, what? I'd feel a bit guilty but then again, in the shop, there's security, isn't there?
Would you not feel Would you not feel?
No, look, listen, look,
Oh
look.
my God.
No, listen, you go to this football mega store. I've been to Barcelona mega store, right? It's
Yeah.
massive,
Yeah,
and there's shirts in there. There's player shirts. There's etc. etc.
yeah.
You're not gonna. You're a big Messi fan, but you're not gonna go and kill someone. If you're gonna get to a point where you feel as if maybe it's gonna escalate, there's security personnel to stop that from happening, isn't there?
No, but in the streets, there's not always security
It's
in
not
the
a but
streets.
if you're individual going to someone else to stab them, to take their Jordans off of them, that's your decision, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Listen, you will feel.
feel
I don't
guilty
care
because
who
you're
you
killing
are.
It's over my brand. But
Yeah,
again,
you
it's
will
your
feel-
personal decision to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, but wouldn't you feel you will have to say something to the people who's doing that type of stuff, or would you just let it?
What can you say?
I'm just gonna let it breathe, really, innit? What can I say?
What can
innit?
you say? You kill someone over my trainers. I mean, I'm happy you like my trainers, but what can I say? Look, if you're an adult, kids will probably do this. But if you're an adult, I expect you guys to be a bit more sensible, isn't it? You're going to kill someone over Jordans. Do you know what I mean? Like the security personnel, it's up to them. There's items on the shelf. Yeah, there's maybe a lack of items on the shelf,
Yeah,
but when you're going out to attack someone, to kill someone because of a pair of trainers, there has to be people there, because Jordan can't come in the shop and stop that from happening. can he? He
But
can't.
listen. What would you rather do something or do nothing? Why?
If you do something, what
Isn't
are
it
we
better?
doing?
Isn't it better to like just put like a statement out there for people that are doing
Okay,
that type of stuff
I
rather
agree.
than do nothing? Because
I
you
agree.
never know what could happen.
I
Like
agree.
people might respect you that much that something might shift, so something might stop. But
Oh yeah.
rather than just do nothing, it's like you don't. It gives the notion that you don't really care what's going on in the
As in, like
streets.
I think
So
now,
so
like on
do
Twitter, for
something.
example, he could put a tweet out saying, or a statement on his website.
Yeah, do something rather than nothing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I would say.
Okay.
So what do you think R. Kelly should do?
So
Right
R.
now,
Kelly,
he's like you said, like same way Jordan is should put out a statement. R. Kelly's
yeah,
being
there's
quiet.
there's a
so-
trend in America going on. They're bringing down the big like the black legends, and I don't really agree with what's going on. Like if you're gonna do that, do it all across the board.
I
Like
don't know.
look,
You see a black legend.
why don't we talk about Hugh Hefner? Like the girl, like teenage girl. Well, I don't know if they were teenage, but they were
he had-
sure
he-
younger than him. You know what I mean? Way
yeah.
younger than him. But let's not let's talk about Harvey Weinstein. Where's he at? Why are we talking about him as much as R. Kelly? What about what's his name? Elvis Presley. Didn't he get married to
Teenager.
a girl that was way younger than him?
Yeah.
So with R. Kelly, I mean, like, there's no concrete. Well, the Aaliyah thing, I guess.
But you know what
It's-
I find crazy when I watch that documentary, right? Everyone on that documentary was either fired by R. Kelly or was promised to be made a star and didn't make it. And that's why you're on the documentary.
Mm.
Everyone else who still messes with R. Kelly in any way, shape, or form denied to be on the documentary.
But why? The only thing is, why would he? His ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Yeah, but
You see what I'm saying?
What's he got to? I
Ex-wife.
know, but it's like the detail they go into to explain what he's done in certain situations.
Bro, if you want to bring someone down, you will go into as much detail and whether it's true or not to bring someone down.
because the stories are just becoming.
You know, someone said something. I mean, I think it was Charlemagne who said this on the Breakfast Club. Nobody cares about the truth if the lie is more entertaining.
Mm. But Charlemagne can't really talk because he's got a bit of he's got some skeletons in his closet as well. Recently, there was something a story that came out about him. I'm not too sure about it, but like he's got some controversy around his name at the moment.
I don't know.
So, but anyway, R. Kelly, I think there's no hard evidence on him about it, but people are trying to bring his name down, and I don't know what the motive is. Well, I do kind of because they want some
Yeah.
kind of payday from it, but I
I
don't know
think-
where all these women are coming from. Like, what's going on?
Well, and and I look at all of these girls, when they're on the show, and I'm just like, bro, well, because you didn't make it. That's just the way I look at it. Look, K. Michelle made it, right? Apparently, she was touched and whatever by R. Kelly and all that stuff, but she's not on the show. Why?
Yeah.
Because she made it.
But it's like you said. I know you mentioned about they were promised to be made a star, and that didn't happen. But
That's
it's
why
like
they're on the show, bro.
before they were
Well,
promised.
did you think
but
that you was gonna
before-
suck my dick and what? You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yeah,
be
but I
real
mean-
though, innit? Like, what? I'm gonna make you a star for nothing.
Yeah, but you're not being a pervert,
Come on.
are you? You're not gonna, there's other things they can do for you than that. There's sexual favors.
Now, what else can they do though?
I don't know what
Let's
they can
be
do.
real
But
though, innit? No,
Yeah.
let's just be real though. What else could?
yeah, but
This is
okay,
what I'm saying.
it's like
Like they're on the show and this guy's there, like, oh yeah, I knew that the girls were young, blah blah blah. But you're the one who's bringing the girls to him, so you're just as at fault as the one who's doing it.
yeah, I agree.
you
with that.
I agree
forged,
with that.
you forged the marriage certificate. You should go prison too.
Well, he was a security guard, wasn't he?
Yeah,
apparently?
but you should go prison too. You did forgery.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like what the hell?
Yeah.
And the other girl who was sitting there and she was 18 and then she was doing threesomes with R. Kelly and this 12-year-old girl or 13
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. But you should be going in prison too because you was committing sexual acts on someone and you knew their age. So what the hell is wrong
Yeah,
with
she
you?
claimed she didn't know the age until he told her.
Yeah. That's what you're gonna say on the
Yeah.
documentary, innit? But it's not what you're gonna say
Mm.
like back then.
Yeah,
And his wife, and so you're his wife for how many years? You don't know none of this stuff was going on.
Apparently, that's what
you
she said.
dumb motherfucker.
Just
you.
to update,
You know what I mean? Like,
just to update, Charlemagne's got a rape case, but
that was time ago, bro. That was time ago.
the case is reopened, so you know you
but
can't
you
really
know-
be
but-
there talking
but
about
you
someone
should say-
else's case when you've got a case
but
yourself.
you know them ones there, whereas it's like it's reopened because now Charlemagne is somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But he's
Why
been
wasn't it
somebody for-
reopened?
he's
No,
been-
he's only been somebody for 2 years, bro. Like 2-3 years at best.
That's still a while.
But
to be
2-3 years. I mean, he hasn't even. I would say he hasn't even grown into himself. Like we haven't seen the final, how you say, transformation of Charlemagne the God. You know
I
what
just
mean?
don't get why you're on someone else's like documentary trying to bring them like. Don't speak on it.
But
Don't
he
speak-
speaks on his own case. Yeah, I mean, he's put it out.
He's
There.
been
He's
out-
mentioned it many times.
No,
Yeah,
I haven't
I
heard
mean-
him speak about
No,
it.
no, for sure, it's there. It's there, bro. He's definitely spoken about it many, many times.
But on the R. Kelly thing, I think like it takes two.
But why is he going
'Cause,
to,
all
why
of
is he
a
going to
sudden-
shopping malls though to look at teenagers? Apparently,
Dude, that's what they're gonna say though, bro. Like I'm out here
mean-
buying stuff and whatever, and you don't know people's ages. And these days, you can't even tell how old someone is or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so
I don't know about
if,
that.
if he's out there preying things, you know what I mean, and he's like, "Oh, who's that?" And then they come back to him and say, "Oh, she's this age," and then he still carries on. He's a messed up guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then if she says that they tried to get Drake on this just like last week.
Oh yeah, when he was doing a concert and he asked the I think he was hugging the girl and then he asked the girl her age and she said what 17.
17. And he was like, am I going to go jail for this? You know what I mean? And then he cracked on with it. You know what I mean? So what they saying now, man?
I think
Well,
a
look, the
hug
thing-
is a hug is instant, isn't it? I
He
think
kissed
you
her,
go-
bro.
Oh, he kissed
did
her.
he? Was it just a normal peck or was it?
Kissed on the forehead.
Oh, that's nothing, is it?
Did he kiss on the lips as well or
I'm
something?
not even sure.
I'm not
think
trying to
forehead
snitch
kiss
on
is
the
a
man.
bit
You know what I mean?
The thing that got me about the R. Kelly documentary was when like he would pull up at high schools.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
thinking,
asking.
yeah,
Why?
and he was a bit older than like not a bit, maybe quite a big amount, like a large
I
amount
mean, it's
older.
crazy,
it was
it's
it was
crazy, it's
a
crazy,
couple
man.
decades.
So that bit, that bit kind of, you know,
Yeah, no, that's not cool. You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
really.
look. If he was truly messing with underage people, that guy needs a lot of help. I think maybe he's beyond help at this moment because he's 50. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I think at that point, well,
So you
nobody
think just
can-
serve life in prison then?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that neither. You know what I mean?
How long should he serve?
I don't think he should
If found,
serve.
if found
Personally,
guilty?
I don't think you should serve any time in prison. I think you just got to eat it.
No,
You
if
just do what?
if
I think you
it-
just got to eat it.
if he
So he
did
shouldn't-
do
he
that
shouldn't
stuff,
get punished for it.
no, if he
No.
did do this, if he did do it, yeah, 'cause I wasn't there in it, so I can't really say he done it. But if he did do all of that stuff, yeah, I think he should get punished, just like Harvey Weinstein.
You
Like,
have to get
all of
punished. You
them
have
lot
to.
should get
If
punished.
you
as
ruin
well.
lives, then
I'm saying that their lives is only ruined because they didn't make it to be musicians.
is that the reason
This
though?
is why else would you be
But
hanging
I
around
know,
with R.
but-
Kelly?
I know, but why? Why would you like?
Some people are in awe of him because of how talented he was.
Well, he is, bro. Not say what
He is, he is. So
But like, nah,
so-
like I honestly, I just think, look, you didn't make it, so
I think
you're out
you-
here trying to whatever.
You
Like,
didn't make it, but to accuse someone of like sexual assault, that's like you could just say they did other things, but why sexual? Do you know what I mean? Why would you go to
that's
that
a big,
extent?
that's a big deal, bro. You know, in America, they can give you like 100 flipping years for that kind of crap. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And the amount of money you're able to fleece off a nigga for just paying you off on the side for that kind
But
of crap.
apparently,
you know what I mean?
apparently, he paid off families though. So why wasn't that enough?
Well, it wasn't that it wasn't enough. I think he just stopped paying, and now the documentaries come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I think I think Hollywood and R&B, hip hop, and other genres of music is corrupt, like in ways we can't even imagine. I remember Cat Williams did a stand-up skit where he whatchamacallit was talking about what was going on in a particular mansion, and it was crazy. Let me just find this clip for you guys, and I'll play you this clip.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expect it. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited than a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Nigga, come here. Come here. Is that two niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas Professor Obi? He came out the closet. He came out the closet. Oh my God, a rubber. Shut the goddamn door.
So yeah, it's crazy, right? You know what I mean? Like there is this clip, you know what I mean, where he's doing all that mad. The Hollywood's is a mess.
But
It's a mess.
because of all of this, are you not gonna stop listening to R. Kelly's music?
I,
No
didn't, I
way.
didn't listen to him anyway.
No way, bro.
Off
If he
the Space
did,
Jam stuff.
bruv, if he did a show,
Wow.
if he announced that he was coming to the UK, I'm going.
Whoa!
Mate.
I don't know, me personally,
Whoa.
me personally, I don't like,
I'm
you
going.
know, I just don't like people who abuse people and just like.
But
I
there's
don't know,
no proof, bro. That's what I'm
there's no
saying.
proof, but it's just for me. I just
The
because
court of
the women,
public.
the girls he allegedly abused are nice looking women, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's not the reason why I'm angry. It's just the fact that I just don't like, you know, I just don't know. I just feel, in my opinion, in my mind, it's like, why are they going to lie about that?
Why wouldn't they lie about it?
So what,
this is the whole question.
every single person who's
There's
had
money to
interaction,
be made, bro.
who's had an interaction with
There's
a famous
money
person,
to be made, bro. There's money to be made. You
Sometimes-
could be standing there with Harvey Weinstein, and then like you've hearing that, oh, this guy just allegation, whatever. And then you can be the next guy to say he grabbed my nuts, but the guy didn't grab your nuts. But you want to make some money because you want money. This is this is like an insurance claim. This is why insurance is so high for so many people, because there's so many fraudulent claims. You know what I'm saying? And this could be like he may have done it twice. You know what I'm saying?
Is that okay?
It's definitely not okay. Definitely not okay. But then he should have been. Look, if your daughter, right, that's happened to her, mate, you would not settle for any amount of money in this world. All you want is justice for your kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why is it only coming out now if this happened 15 years ago?
That's why I
20
think as
years
well.
ago.
That's what I think.
Like,
Like,
come on, man. If you're going to wait that long, you might as well eat it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because if someone did something to you, you got to seek justice for that, like ASAP.
Mm.
And people are just say, oh, but they were scared. Oh, but they were young. Oh, but look, everyone's forgetting the parents are supposed to safeguard the child. So where the hell were the parents?
Yeah.
In all of this, where were the parents? And even to this day, they say that he's
That's a
got
good
these
point,
girls
actually.
in a flipping basement somewhere, and whatever the case may be. Why haven't the parents gone with the police to locate this guy's house and free all the girls from the basement?
I think in a recent BBC documentary featuring R. Kelly and I think R. Kelly and STDs, one family did try everything they could to locate their daughter, who had apparently been taken away from them by R. Kelly, but she didn't want to come home.
So was it that bad? Is it that bad down there?
Well,
Because
they
if
said
it
that
was
he
that bad,
brainwashed her,
she.
so
Oh yeah. If it was that bad, she wouldn't she want to leave?
I agree.
Like,
I
come
agree.
on, you know what I mean? Like, she wants to be there because she wants to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you as a parent, so how did you find out she didn't want to come home?
Apparently, she didn't want to talk to them, and that they assumed that.
How did you find that out? The same methods you found that crap out is the same way you should be sending messages and trying to be out there trying to get your daughter back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, what are the parents doing? The parents ain't doing nothing.
I'm confused. Like, I'm confused about this whole documentary because I saw on the fifth part of the documentary, one of the mothers flew to LA to go look for her daughter, and I think she saw her on a TMZ interview and recognized that she was in LA. So she flew to LA, and then went to one of the hotels that she was staying at. And it's like, why are you hiding from your parents if you
Yeah,
don't
that's
really
what I
want
was
to
talking about,
be?
yeah, that one.
This is what I'm
Like,
saying.
Do you know what I mean? So she went to the hotel and then like she asked the person that was on reception that is this person staying here? And I think the receptionist said, yeah, she's on this floor. Da, 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 da. So they went up, looked for her, and then they saw it was her. Like, she opened the door and she saw it was her. But she wasn't really phased. She was like, "Who are all these people? What are you doing here, mum?" She wasn't like, "Oh, mum, you came to look for me." It's like, she was like, "What are you doing here? Who are all these people?" So it's like, are they really being held against their will, or do you know what I mean? I'm really confused.
Yeah,
I
but
don't really know what to
they're
make
saying
of.
that. They're saying that she's been brainwashed by him to do that. But the thing I get confused about is that a lot of these girls living with him at 18, 19 years old. So didn't their parents know that they were actually living with him at that age? Do you know what I mean?
But all I know is she didn't see her daughter for like 2 years or something like that. So she went to go look.
2
for
years.
like,
That's crazy.
something like that. So she saw her on the TMZ interview with another girl that was supposedly being held by R. Kelly, and flew to LA, and that's when she found her daughter. But after that, that's when the emotion started coming. She started crying, and her mum was saying, "Yeah, you're safe now. You're with me now." And then the girl was crying as well. I don't know if she missed her mum or anything, but I was confused. Like I don't know what's going on. But
I mean, but
just-
you guys feel as if that a lot of the black celebrities, they're being pinned, they're being put in this picture that
Eventually they get targeted, and then I heard Cosby wanted to buy NBC, and that's like one of America's big television networks. And then all of a sudden, all of these scandals started to come out. You know what I mean? Now he's in prison. Now he can't buy it. Michael Jackson owned all of Sony's publishing, from what I've heard from other documentaries. And
the
whatnot.
Beatles catalog as
The
well.
whole Beatles catalog and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden, he rapes kids, this and whatever. What was R. Kelly trying to do, which may have been positive, may have been, somewhat groundbreaking or changing, and who has he rubbed up the wrong way for? Then all of this stuff to start coming out about him. You know what I mean? Like, my whole thing is this: like, in every single case with all of these people, nobody spoke up until until like now. You know what I'm saying? Like, until like 15, 20 years later. And where were your parents fighting your corner when this was happening in the first place? Where was the safeguarding of yourself?
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. You won't be able to know where your child is 24/7. So they just need that little window to go where they want to go and not come back.
But if your kid is gone for more than, I don't know, bro. Like, say if you don't go home today, do you think your mum is gonna be easy about that? No.
No, obviously she's gonna call and stuff.
She's gonna call,
but it's up to you. It's up to the child to pick up the phone.
And guess what? If you're calling, and you don't answer and whatever, what's the next course of action? Let me call the people's he always hangs around with, see if they know where he is. Oh, they also don't know where he's at. I'm calling the police. You see what I'm saying? Like, at no point have I heard that the police or anyone who could potentially, log a case or whatever had been notified.
Well, to be fair, in the documentary, that one of the parents did call the police and try to see if they could enter the R. Kelly studio, which was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And the police came and they said that they couldn't really do anything because they needed like a warrant or something. So they told them there's two options. They could either knock the door hoping that the person can come out, or they could break down the door. But the only thing that they needed was a warrant to open the door. So in the end, they really couldn't help the parents.
Let them go and get the warrant. You know what I mean? And fair enough.
Yeah, they've got a warrant.
If they say that they can't break it down, fine. When they leave, I'm gonna break this down because I need to go and get my kid. You see what I'm saying? Like, there isn't. I don't understand. Like, if your loved one, I mean, there was one lady I think was in the second video. It was even her niece, which they say R. Kelly pissed on. Right?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's it.
Bro, like, if you knew R. Kelly has been messing around with little girls and all this other stuff, and then now you bring your niece, what do you think is gonna happen?
I think back then. I think back then they're trying to say nobody knew back then. Everything was a secret.
That's what they're saying.
Because
Man.
people,
but you can't be like, he can't be that good at hiding this stuff that nobody knew.
No, he's didn't hide. I mean, you got people who work with him, like his directors, his assistants, who said that there was beds in his studios, and
they said they
saw girls around, so they knew what was going on. But like, we didn't know. But the people close to him knew that.
They said that he had a system around him, so it was like
so it wasn't just him.
So it was everything.
So that means everybody was part of it.
Yeah, everyone was part of it.
Well, everyone that was around him.
So which would mean that everybody who was in that documentary was part of it.
Because
they know so much.
Yeah.
They know so much, so you all are part of it, one way or the other.
Yeah, because he can't do what
and none of you fools went to the police. None of you guys.
In their case, they were employed by R. Kelly, so they had no choice but to
what do you mean?
That.
You have a choice.
Obviously,
you have a choice. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know that, but the easy option for them is to, they're part of his team, so they're going to help him out.
Nah, not when you're doing stuff like that. If that's real, that's what you're really doing, and you're a man or woman, and you have kids as well, and you can facilitate that. Like, even just knowing that and not saying anything is facilitating. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me.
One thing that didn't help R. Kelly's case was one interview he done with Torre.
Yeah,
and Torre asked him a question and said, "Do you like teenage
and he said, "How
girls?"
old? Yeah.
And he said, "Hey," he paused,
He's like, how old are we talking here?
And he said, "Now, when you say teenage, how old are we talking?" I said, I put my hands on my head and I said, "Oh my days."
You might say, yeah.
I said, "Oh my, yeah." I couldn't really. You can't really. And then Torre looked like he was taken aback by what he just said.
Yeah, you could
And
see
then he
his
asked
face.
him the question again, and he said, "Well, you know, if you're talking about underage, no, but you know, I have some 19-year-old friends." And I was like,
You know, let's play this clip for the listeners.
Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
Yeah, that was crazy.
yeah.
that was crazy.
No.
That
So
was
I,
crazy.
Well, look,
You
end
know-
of the day, look, only he knows what happened.
Yeah,
but
only he
based on,
knows,
listen, all we can go by is a documentary and what people close to him said. And at the moment, you know, I think he's back under criminal investigation again.
Whatever happened to innocent, you know, before proven guilty or something? What has that
Yeah,
done?
but in this
Innocent
case,
till
the
proven
evidence,
guilty.
in this case, the apparent evidence is stacked up against him.
My whole thing is it's always guilty before you're innocent. It's never the other way around.
So, okay, I'm just trying to like look at it from like his point of view. I'm trying say like one of us had a case here. Wouldn't we want hard, concrete evidence to prove that we actually done it, rather than
This is what I'm
speculation
saying.
or accusations?
This is what I'm
about-
saying.
Oh, you mean,
about
you
some-
mean against us?
Yeah. Like if it was you, not in that kind of scenario, but in any scenario,
Any scenario.
wouldn't you want there to be just 100% facts?
100%.
Yeah, I mean,
100%
before
facts,
yes.
the court of public opinion ridicules you, and you know what's crazy about this? If you bust case from this and none of this is true, you are tarnished.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's already too late.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? You can never go back to do what you do because in the back of everyone's mind, they've been conditioned to not like you.
It's true, but then again, do you feel as if we put ourselves in their positions to get in those cases, i.e., him going up to
Dude,
schools?
let's
him
just be
going up
real.
to-
If everyone in this,
No, we don't.
if everyone here decided to say that you're crazy right now, you know, like as much as you're saying I'm not crazy, they're crazy because they're saying I'm crazy. But now we're saying, look, Rich, this guy's crazy. I think we should call the mental house and blah blah blah, and have them come in and take him. Bruv, they have to come and take you for psychanalysis, fam.
Mm.
Because everyone here is saying you're crazy. This guy ain't right. He's been doing shifty
But
things.
if they
Blah, blah,
test me,
blah.
nothing's wrong with me.
Yeah,
then-
but you know what the difference is now? You're in the system.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Now that's marked against your name. You've been to that institution.
Mm.
So even if they test you and they realize it's not true, the mission is accomplished. That's marked against your name. So going forward, we can always say, "Oh yeah, he had a mental breakdown once. You know the boy crazy." You know what I'm saying? And you be like, "No, I was. They did tests and they found out I'm not crazy." But then we can just prove to show that, yeah, you was there, man. You crazy, man. Then
Yeah.
what? You see how it works?
I just think
It's
right,
crazy.
I just think right now it's just trendy to hate R. Kelly. That's what it is. Are you able to separate the man from the music?
Yeah, but it's like you look at go back to Michael Jordan. He's done like Space Jam and that. He's worked with little kids, but nobody's accused him of that. Do you know what I mean?
Let him rub somebody up the wrong way, and then you hear all the
But
Michael
you know,
Jordan
you-
stuff.
But
you
have
look
you-
at a famous athlete who I'm sure kids look up to. I'm sure he's had interaction with kids who want to be basketball players. He might have done coaching. He might have had his own
Dude, I'm
basketball
just
camp.
saying, he's in the
But-
right circle right now where if he's done anything, it's airtight. You just wait for him to rub someone up the wrong way or whatever the case may be, or start supporting black people too much, and then boom. All of these stories will start flying out about Michael Jordan like you've never seen before.
Have you noticed like all these legends, yeah, have either passed away or have
They've been
ca-
tarnished. bruv.
or something tarnished against them?
Like Jimi Hendrix, he was on drugs. Whitney Houston, drugs.
Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Jackson,
Prince
Prince.
owned all his music.
publishing, you know what I'm saying?
Michael owned all his music.
his
What did
masters.
you think? What they just died like that? I don't think. I think something went on.
Something definitely went on, man. There's
know what I
there's
mean?
foul play, like everywhere you look. You know what I mean?
They
But,
can't just let you be great.
Nah.
You can't just be great like in America. Like
In
I don't know.
America, that system. But you know what's crazy? Even over here, like
What about Akon?
man, like bruv, he's not doing music. He ran away, bruv.
Mm.
Man just said, "Bunny, I'm going back to Senegal, and I'm gonna try and give lights to everybody." You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Man's
what
on a
made him go?
different
What made him
course.
go away?
Bruv, he's like he just left. I don't know. I think he just cut. I don't know what he saw. I don't know what the case may be, but he just cut. He-
Usher.
Man, look, they tried to stick on him
I was
this
gonna say
this
Usher.
fat thing. You know what I'm saying? He's got STDs and he's giving STDs to
Yeah.
everybody.
Mm. Mm.
You know what I mean?
That's
And-
another legend in the game.
And that guy's supposed to be a sex symbol to all of these women. Now they slapped STD on his chest. You know what I'm saying? That takes away from the sex appeal.
Another young legend in the game, Chris Brown. They don't want to let. They don't want to let.
They
They
be
don't want
trying
to.
to-
They don't want to.
With Chris Brown, obviously, I'll let you guys
Bro.
talk about
Richard,
him.
Richard,
he's hurt by
Richard,
that.
we all know that you have a tight, you have a infatuation with Rihanna. But listen,
I think that might,
Listen.
obviously that's correct, but that's no reason why my opinion of Chris Brown is influenced by
It is. Don't lie.
Listen.
Don't lie. It is.
Chris Brown, look,
Legend.
he's apologized. He's moved on. He's just doing his music. And people like Chris Brown. Police are always at his house. Like there's always stuff,
Harassing him. Just
always
harassing
stuff
him.
going on with Chris Brown, which I think is not his fault. Like, I just think people just don't want like the black greats to be great.
That's
Like,
just
I don't
what it
know.
is.
I don't
totally
know.
agree.
Yeah,
I don't
So
know
you
what
guys think
is-
that Chris Brown is a great person, then?
Easily. Look, I went to
What,
his show.
for one
I went to his
incident?
show. I
I'm
went
not
to
saying
his
the place.
show.
I'm just saying if you guys think he's a great person.
I think he's a great person. I think
I don't
he's
know
a
him
great-
personally, but
I don't
he
know him
seems
personally,
he
but
seems
from what I
like
can
a
see.
he seems
can
like a humble like
humble, genuine guy.
Yeah.
That's it. From what I
Okay.
can see, you know what I mean. But then that could just be what he wants you to see. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. Yeah.
Which is whatever. But at the same time, like what's clearly offending Richard is obviously that Rihanna got
Yeah, we
sparked
know-
out. You know what I'm saying? And that's not
Oh,
cool.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Look, no man should be hitting any woman. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But then again,
just
women-
like no women
women-
should be hitting any man.
no
like,
women should be hitting
that's-
any
yeah,
man
I
or,
agree with that,
or provoking any man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? In
100%.
any way. And you know, these black women, oh, what, you're going to do what now? And then all in your face. And then she might just mush your face or something. And then just a reaction thing, you went and slapped her. You didn't even mean to.
Mm.
Reaction. Now you've beat her.
Yeah.
Now you know what I mean? And
Plus-
have you seen the documentary, Chris Brown's documentary?
No,
on the
I
whole
haven't.
yeah,
I haven't.
situation?
I haven't.
I've
seen that.
seen it. I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
You
I
watched
haven't
it,
seen
right?
it.
Watched
Did-
it as
did
much
he-
as I could. Yeah. Yeah, completely. Eventually, though. Like,
I mean, like, did he not say that Rihanna grabbed his dick or something like that?
I think she threw his phone out the window or
she
something.
frees. See, you're provoking the guy
Yeah.
through his music, which nobody has heard, out the window and all this stuff. That's like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, and then I think she tried to get hold of the car, or whatever, and then they ended
Yeah, I
up.
think they had a fight in the car. There's physical altercation in the car, and apparently she ended up throwing his phone out the window. He pulled the car over. She kept on going at him, and apparently that's when he snapped, and he decided to let a few punches, a few hits on there as well.
Plus,
I'm not laughing at Rihanna. No,
Plus-
I'm laughing at Richard. though.
plus like, they were young as well, so like I guess he had some growing up to do at that point in time. But Richard, what do you think about Chris Brown? Like now, like as of now, like.
I don't really keep up with Chris Brown, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what? I liked Chris Brown's music. I think he had a period from 2008 to 2010 where he was
Prior to that incident, yeah, you like Chris Brown, but after that, you just
No,
don't really,
no.
you know.
He's like, oh.
Chris Brown had a few good singles I did enjoy, but I just didn't really keep up with his career. I think obviously everyone knew about what he did to Rihanna, but I think as of today, I don't keep up with him much. So
Yeah, he's a legend, man. Young legend, man.
if you guys say he's doing good, then
He's doing
he's
great.
doing all right. But yeah, he's obviously got a still.
Like you,
No.
you know this King of R&B argument, yeah. I would say it's
Oh,
R-
that's a hard one.
I'll
Kelly,
say-
Kelly is top.
I'll say
He's
R.
number one.
Kelly. R.
He's
Kelly
number
is
one.
like the king of like
He's number one.
like.
I don't think. I
90s.
don't think he can. Not 90s. I think he's number one. Period.
Yeah, he's number one. Period. And then
Yeah.
this generation is Chris Brown, without a doubt, man.
Nah, Jacquees.
What?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, Chris. But then again, you got to look at Usher's catalog, bro.
yeah,
Usher's
Usher's
definitely
catalog
different,
is
yeah.
ridiculous.
yeah. The only thing that I didn't like was when he went to the pop scene in like
2010.
2000. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling
So
that.
after loving this club in 2008, you think he sort of went over to pop?
Yeah, he
Or
went over
after
to pop.
OMG?
He
Was
went
it
on,
OMG?
yeah, he went on to the pop side,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah,
And
this
some
ain't
of the
really
tracks
Usher.
were good though. Like I liked OMG. I think DJ
But depends what
was
you're looking
pretty-
at. What? How are you guys? Because
R&B.
if it, what's the metric? Are we talking about talent? Are we talking about star power? Are
We're talking about
his
We're
catalog?
we're talking
What
about
are we
we're
talking
talking about impact, like we're talking about
some of these are performers. Look at Usher. He's a performer, isn't he? Like he's someone who has
Chris Brown's a better performer.
yeah. Usher's a good performer.
like, who do you listen to most of, like I don't know, like
I think Usher had tracks that last until tracks he made 10 years ago. Still,
Yeah,
up to
longevity.
today. Yeah,
Longevity is
tracks.
a big
Plus
one
Chris
as
Brown,
well.
he's made tracks that maybe people forget about. Actually, I don't know that. Actually, I don't listen to it. But,
you got a personal vendetta against him.
no, Chris Brown's made some good tracks. I think Usher, his longevity has been amazing. Really, I think you look at him, he doesn't really age too much as well.
Yeah, but in terms of like certain tracks, like the longevity of certain tracks, like Nice and Slow,
That's a
you
long
got-
time ago, though.
But you look at
Yeah,
Akon. Akon's made some good tracks as well, hasn't he? Like,
Yeah,
that
but
he's, you know,
he's out, man.
he's not really.
I think it's a bit of a
R&B.
shame though. If
He's,
Akon left the scene so early, in
He's
my
out.
opinion.
I mean, I like T-Pain, but he's not really R&B though, really, is he? He's like
T-Pain,
some sort of mesh of rap, R&B, pop, kind of like. But then that's not even in the. He's not even in that kind of spectrum. Neither is Akon, really.
I'll say
I mean,
it's R. Kelly. Well, from my era anyway, R. Kelly, Usher. I'll throw no.
you go for, yeah, it has to be Chris
R.
Brown.
Kelly, Usher
Yeah, you go for Chris in there, bro.
of this generation,
Yeah,
without a
when you
doubt.
say this generation, like you say of your lifespan.
Okay, so Chris Brown, Usher, R. Kelly. I'll probably throw. I want to throw Neo in there, but
Are you happy to
I
know?
could-
Yeah, he
the
was.
first album, Neo.
I couldn't.
First album, Neo was.
I like
He would have
Neo,
been up there with all three of them. First album, Neo. He was on his game.
It's like
in my own-
2006, 2005,
2004, 2005. In my own words, was a great album, man.
Please turn off the radio.
Yeah, that was a great album. That's a classic album.
Okay,
in my own
okay.
words.
Okay, nice. So I think you guys obviously clearly this whole R. Kelly scandal
yeah.
has not changed your opinion on.
No,
him.
no, Kelly, man. No, definitely not. Because for me, I just think it's just another cycle. You know, in a couple more years, we're gonna hear about some other black dude who did also like he was a mass murderer, and now the families are coming out to say
I mean,
where the children were buried. You know what I'm saying? You know what
I mean, it does put a little asterisk around his name, but like, I'm not
as
gonna.
a person,
I'm not. Yeah,
but
I'm
not-
not gonna like just boycott R. Kelly like that. That's just it's
Okay.
hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
As a person, you know what, we don't know. Maybe he is troubled, but as an artist,
because we don't know.
like you.
100%.
I mean, you can understand this guy's talent must be like crazy, right? Because he can't read, he can't write, but yet he makes music like just like that. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't even make sense how you can't read or write, but then this is what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
No, he said he was so. They said he was so dedicated to like the music he was playing because he was very timid. Like he didn't go outside. Like they were talking about his childhood. Like he'll keep himself to himself. He
Apparently, he
wasn't
got
really.
abused at his childhood as well. Apparently,
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
he
sister,
said
yeah.
like he'll keep himself to himself. So he would like play instruments. He'll play by ear. He couldn't read music and stuff. So he trained himself to play the instruments and stuff like that. And that's how he developed
That's mad.
as a musician type of thing. So
That's mad. And to think that like, you know, when you try to bring someone like that down, you know you're taking away their life because he can't do nothing else.
and plus,
You know what I mean? He actually can't do nothing else. If like,
Yeah.
let's say this is the end for R. Kelly, what else can he do?
mentoring. Actually, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Those kids-
and you know they say the music business is actually effed up. It really is because like in the I Admit song, he was talking about the deal that he signed that
Oh,
you know
yeah.
they didn't give him his publishing. He recently tried to get his publishing for all the hits that he's put out throughout all the years, but they're not trying to do that. So like that's why he's constantly on tour to like pay the rent for his houses and stuff like house and stuff like that. Because like you know he could have been living off his publishing and not touring because you don't really see these older acts like tour like that. It's
tour.
normally the younger ones. So it's like when he like explained all of that in the I Admit song, it was like it's kind of like he's been effed his whole life.
He
basically.
says he's a broadcast legend.
Yeah,
Hmm,
like he's been effed like. So I don't
Okay.
really know. You know?
yeah. I mean, lastly, guys. I mean, do you think that R. Kelly's fans, will still, support him? after this?
Definitely.
I mean, you get the ones that are like, yeah, I'm not listening to R. Kelly no more, man. He's a pedophile, yeah, but they weren't there, so
my whole thing is
I
you
thi-
weren't there, so don't hear nothing.
Yeah,
You
just
know what I
like-
mean? You weren't there.
Yeah.
just separate the man from the music. Listen to the. I mean, I know sometimes like it will be in the back of your mind because like it's been played to us.
My whole
innit?
thing is this though, like, no disrespect. Bruv, he's not around my peoples or nothing like that. I just come here to listen to your music and I'm going home, bro.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, what you do or whatever is like, yeah, I don't care, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just want what I came here for and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
that's a fan.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, like for example, it like going a bit like taking into sports, right? Jamie Carragher spits at a little girl.
Mm.
Sky Sports ban him. and he's right back working for Sky Sports. Now, if that was any other person,
Let that be Ian Rice.
you spat at somebody, it's done.
Yeah.
Bro, they're gonna say,
It's
yeah,
done.
Ian Wright's not, working with us no more. Unfortunate incident, but the show must go
However,
on.
I do remember the incident with Richard Keys and
Oh yeah, and
Andy Gray.
Andy Gray.
And they were very they had a conversation sexually about another woman's
Yeah.
daughter, and they were fired from Sky Sports.
Yeah, the
so,
fight for Sky Sports and hired by
Hired-
BN Sport.
yeah.
yeah, but who watches that though?
I watch BN Sport.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because
I've seen it on YouTube, but
BN cover all the other the 3 o'clock kickoffs.
oh, they do. Yes, yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? So and let's be honest, they were the best.
They were at the time.
They
Yeah,
were
Andy
the
Gray.
best.
Yeah.
Andy Gray and Richard Keys, like they were the best at what they still are.
Especially on FIFA, when I hear Andy Gray, I was like, yeah, this is official.
You know what I'm saying?
Andy Gray, Andy Gray's got the voice for
Take a bow, son.
commentating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 100%. I agree. I loved his enthusiasm and his commentary as well. It's fantastic. But yeah, I think
But that's like 1 out of 100 though. Like, come on, let's be honest. Like, Andy
Donald Trump is flipping president. He be talking about grabbing women
by the pussy and all of that, and he's the president
He's
of
the
America,
president, fam. And you man are worried about R. Kelly, fam.
building a wall against Mexico and that.
You man,
Yeah.
we're worried about the wrong things in life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes I think wow,
Speculation.
like
we're worried
on
about speculation.
whether it is or it isn't. But this man, is your president. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you guys have more time for R. Kelly than you have for this man.
Mm.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just waiting for Obama to rub someone up the wrong way so we can hear everything Obama's done that we didn't know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it remains to be seen what happens with this R. Kelly case. But
just to like look at it from a different perspective as well. Like we don't have kids, so like we're only looking at it from our perspective.
But we
as
have
well.
we have nieces and nephews.
We have
and stuff,
nieces
don't
and
we?
nephews, bro. And let me tell you right now, if someone had my niece anywhere in this life, bro,
Mm,
I'm going all out 1,000%.
mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
If the police say they ain't gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in fact, I'm not even waiting for the police. You know what I'm saying? Because like she needs to be retrieved now.
ASAP.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not waiting for 10, 15 years later for me to then come there and say, oh yeah, I knew he was a weirdo, and come on, man.
Yeah. I think it's like Madeleine McCann. I think after all these years, they're still searching for her.
They're looking for this girl, fam. I'm not even sure she's real, fam.
For like
I'm
12 years now, isn't it?
I'm actually thinking maybe she wasn't even real. Maybe
She's
she's a
pretty
CGI picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They made it on Photoshop or something. Crap. You know what I'm saying? And she's just not real.
Yeah.
And if not, if she is real, then those people, them parents is murderers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is-
Which is not uncommon
It's
in
not
these
un-
cases.
it's not
but,
uncommon.
You know,
They killed the girl. They would know how to make her disappear because they're doctors and whatnot. You know what I mean? They'll find the right way of disposing of a body and whatnot. And that's people don't just disappear.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen,
Come
I think
on.
it remains to be seen what happens in this R. Kelly case, and I'm sure fans like yourselves will still be behind.
Man, pray
behind
for him, man. Pray for the brother. You know what I mean? And not just him. Pray for people which are like that. Because, this ain't a religious show or anything like that. Look, man, whether you're Christian, Muslim, and anything Buddhist, anything else, instead of throwing stones at somebody, pray for
Pray
somebody.
for that person.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just pray for that person, because the world is a better place if we are all not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's murderers, pedophiles, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Let's pray for that positive energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's where I'm at with this. You know what I mean? What are you saying, Clubs?
No, I agree with that. Just don't isolate it to one person. Like, just do it all across the board. Don't do that. That's not.
That's not cool, is
It
it?
makes it look like you have something. I don't know, like something against the person. Like, just do it all against. Like, do it across the board. That's what I say.
All right. Well, some wise words from the guys there. But listen, it would be great to to find out what you guys think about this whole R. Kelly scandal. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're also on YouTube as well. Feel free to comment in the comment section. Love to hear your thoughts on what you feel as if the next step will be for R. Kelly, and even his favorite track. Send us your favorite tracks. Love to hear what you guys think.